howlers.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Fade to Obsidian, your Red Rising podcast about spaceships, relationships, and so many artists.
All the art.
The last artist, in fact. We have tonight, as always, Crescent, joined by Skipper.
Hello.
And for the first time, we have Tunes / Cackler / Violet Clayworks.
Hello.
Another triple name.
Welcome in.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
You.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Right off the top, why are you Tunes and Cackler? And what are you drinking? And you can do those in any order.
Okay, so Tunes is from the Discord, the Howler's Den. I'm very into music, and so I've spent a lot of time in the Songs of Persephone, and I set up a kind of competition thing weekly where you can. There's a weekly theme, and people submit songs for that theme, and then we all do a little vote, and there's winners each week. So it's just a fun little contest. We get like Red Rising themed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, what else? Cackler was the Howler name that I won from Pierce Brown because I entered the Has a Bedlam, the second one, I think it was, back when it was still on Instagram. For the Violet, obviously. the they had the little themes, and I won for the Violet section, and so that was the name that Pierce chose for me. And the drink that I'm drinking is passion fruit vodka, just a cocktail in a can. Passion vodka martini.
Passion fruit.
Tasty.
Ooh.
I love it. That's awesome.
I don't think I've ever actually had a passion fruit. It's always just passion fruit flavored things.
Yeah,
that is the same for me as well. I'm convinced it's not a real fruit.
I will be Googling after. I can't even picture I don't know, in my head it maybe looks like a mango, but maybe that's because passion fruit and mango are usually like paired together.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I've never actually
I'm thinking it's like a mix between a mango and a tangerine.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the taste.
Yeah. Interesting.
So.
New conspiracy theory. Passion fruit, not a real fruit.
You will see a picture of a passion fruit here.
I will edit that in. Hilarious. I love it. Crescent, what are you drinking?
I have a pineapple and lime Summersby.
Ooh.
It's great.
That's very summery.
I have a bottle of passion fruit liqueur somewhere out there. But I'm not going to drink that because it's just straight passion fruit liqueur.
I don't see a problem. I have...
Yeah, it's delicious.
Beer. 5 stars. It's beer. But I poured it in a very fancy mug. Look at this.
That is such an incredible mug.
It is. I felt so bad for Crescent that like we were talking, we walked it through, designed it, everything, and then afterwards I was like, oh, Crescent might have wanted one. I was like, just kidding.
I'll make you one.
Yeah. It's got the gold and everything.
Send me your PayPal account and I'll send you money.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for designing it. It's incredible.
Yeah. Well, it was your design anyway. I just put it on a mug, so.
Yeah, but I mean, a beautifully made. But even like the type of paint and like whether or not it was going to be gold, like there were so many questions that I was like, oh, I didn't realize. Like,
I like
a lot more goes into this than I thought.
Yeah.
People who send me like commission requests, they get a barrage of like questions back before I can even like start, and they're like, oh, I never thought about that, but take some, because I've got so many avenues and ideas for what they ask me, and then I'm like, so it could be this, so it could be that, and then they're like, oh, well, let me think about that. Like, yeah.
Well, even the detail of like what hand I would drink with so that it's facing out.
Yeah.
Like,
did I get it right?
You did get it right. The thing I didn't take into account was like today my microphone is on this side, but normally if I'm
Mhm.
sitting at a desk, this would be correct. But the
Okay.
microphone's in the way. It's fine. I can just two hand. It'll be great. Uh, but that's a good segue into why we're here. You are an amazing ceramic artist. How did you get into ceramics?
So, I don't know if you've heard of the show, The Great Pottery Throwdown. Have you heard of
No.
that? So it's essentially just the same as, I mean, I'm sure you've heard of the Great British Bake Off.
Yes.
It's like that, but instead of baking cakes, you're like making ceramics, and it's the same
Cool.
like general setup for the show. Like they have the same like formula for the show. So anyway, I like got very into that, and I watched a lot of that, and then um, my husband, I think it was for like an anniversary of ours. Like he gifted me a try it night at a pottery studio that was nearby. So I went and tried that, and I just fell in love basically, and I wanted to keep doing more. So I signed up for
Incredible.
more classes. Yeah, and then just from there, I've been doing it for a while now. Yeah,
That's amazing. I love
Yeah,
that.
that's so cool.
yeah,
So you're throwing your own pottery and everything? Like
yeah, yeah,
right from a lump of clay? That's so
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So I have to still use the studio for that kiln. I don't have my own kiln yet because those are very
Mhm.
expensive. But I
Yes.
have my own wheel at home, and I'm here in my garage right now, and I make everything here, and I just have to go there to drop it off, and then
That's so
yep,
cool. That's really
That
cool.
is awesome.
Uh, things I also just I have to ask of does it that TV show have the same calming effect that Great British Bake Off have, where
yeah,
it's like a
yeah,
competition but not really? They're like, "You're doing so great." Like that's my favorite part.
absolutely.
Okay, I need to
Yes,
look
it's
this up.
like wholesome, very wholesome,
Yeah.
and the judges. There's the main judge, Keith. He's amazing. Like you know, like on the Bake Off where the what's the guy's name? I've forgotten his name.
Oh,
Um,
I can picture
and
him.
you know
Yeah.
who I mean. The guy
Yeah.
and he does his little handshake.
Yeah.
But like for the pottery show, the way that you like signifies if you did a really good job, he doesn't give you a handshake. He cries. Like he will cry
Oh.
at how amazing you did at your pottery, and that's what signifies how well you did. It's like 10 times better than a handshake.
Yeah. I love that.
Wow,
Oh my
that's
god.
yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah. So I
That's
love
so
the
cool.
judges and everything about the show. So yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. Uh how so I did skip a question here and then we'll combine of how did you discover Red Rising? And then at what point did you decide Red Rising should be in ceramics?
Right. So my sister-in-law actually recommended it to me. She had she got a new tattoo. She got the Aries helm, you know, the with
Cool.
the spiked helm. And I was
Yeah.
like, what, you know, asked her what that was, and she told me about it, and I was like, if somebody's gonna get a tattoo about a book, then
Yeah.
that signifies it must be a good book. If you're willing to get a tattoo of the book. That's like a pretty
Absolutely.
good recommendation to me. So I'm like, I'm gonna check that out. And I did, and I loved it. So
That's amazing.
and by that time I think that was Iron Gold was already out by then, so I was able to like read and not have to wait it through. And I managed to get all the way to Iron Gold, so I didn't have any of
Nice.
those horrible waits in between, you know, Gold and
The
Sun.
the
So
Golden Sun to Morning Star one. That's
right,
always the that was the worst. Because at least Morning Star, you're like, oh, this is fine. Like we're all happy.
right,
Yeah, this is
yeah,
an ending
Yeah, you're
or
like
a
okay,
pause.
it's a pause, but that's awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
so
But
you
at least I got.
all the way through Iron
Um,
Gold.
and then the combination of the two,
Yeah.
I guess. Well, I'd already made a couple things just for myself or whatever, but then with the Operation As a Bedlam, I had to make something for that, like with my for the Violet. So,
Yeah.
and I won, so I was like, and a lot of people kind of saw it and like commented that how good it was. I was like, maybe I should make more, So I did.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
That
I
is
had no
awesome.
idea that that's what kind of sparked the combination
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
two. It makes total
Hmm.
sense of like
yeah.
why would you
Because
necessarily before?
I'd
Yeah.
already been making stuff for a couple of years, maybe 2 years since then, and then I just thought, go for it.
Yeah. And then it won you like the contest. So perfect. It was meant to be.
Right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love that.
So do you have a shop where you have stock, or are you pretty much mostly on commissions?
Yeah, so I did kind of like I officially launched my website, and I had like kind of a stock like arranged for that, but I severely like underestimated the amount that people would want. So I was thinking, oh, I've like got all this stock and I'm not going to sell it, and then I've wasted all this time on this, and then I sold out of it like the first day that I like launched my store, and then I had to just do a bunch of pre-orders, and I'm like, so basically now I haven't managed to catch up. I'm basically still doing pre-orders every time somebody orders a pre-order, and they have to just wait for me to make it. So I haven't managed to catch up yet.
That's amazing.
And it's like, yeah, it's crazy.
Howlers be howling.
Well, yeah. And I even saw you were selling your seconds, which is the ones that aren't perfect, so to speak. And like everyone was like going after those, that they're like, oh yeah, I'll take an imperfect cup. Like, perfect. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. Because that can happen a lot. Like you never know like how it's going to turn out, and it can be perfect up until the final firing, and then something can go wrong, and then it's like, if something goes wrong in the early stages, you can just like smash it up and start again. But once you've fired it, then you've got glaze, and if the glaze doesn't turn out, then you can't do anything with that other than maybe sell it to somebody who wants it for cheaper. I don't know.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. Can you walk us through the process of kind of, I don't know, I know there's all different items you make, but kind of the most basic or...
Just like a basic mug. So, firstly, obviously, you get like a big, massive block of clay, and you have to like put it to the amount that you want and wedge it, and then you're ready to throw it on the wheel. And that, throwing it can take maybe like 10 minutes, and then you have to wait maybe 2 days for it to dry enough for you to then trim the bottom to like have a little foot. It's called a foot on the bottom. And then you do that, and then you add the handle, and then once that's done, you take it for its first firing, which is called a bisque firing. It's not like the highest temperature, it's just like a lower temperature to kind of get all the moisture out, and then you can glaze it and then fire it for the final firing. So it's a kind of drawn out process because it's, especially with using a studio, I'm having to drop it off, and it could take like a week or two for them to fire it for me. So, the process ends up being drawn out, but like the time of me like actually physically handling the mug and doing stuff to the mug is maybe like 2 hours worth of time.
Yeah.
But the process could take, up to a month just because of how long it takes, Wow. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is crazy. Yeah. It's so impressive. I did I know a little bit about ceramic art because my best friend is a ceramic artist as well. And so I know I'm sure with this having a studio, they're probably more cautious, but she would have certain ones that they don't properly fire, and you have to write off certain things. You never know what's gonna happen. So that's really cool.
Yeah. Like a couple of the ones that didn't work out for me, they had little, my soft please mugs, like they had some glaze on them. It's probably because they were put too close to another thing in the kiln and the glaze touched it or something. So little mistakes like that can happen. And or the bottoms of them can get chipped if they stuck to the bottom of the kiln shelf or something like that. There's lots of different things that can happen, but it's all just part of it. You have to just say it is what it is. And
yep. That's so cool. I love that. That's incredible. Well, can you talk? You obviously do mugs. What else do you do? What are some of the other things?
Yeah, I'm very stuck on mugs. I love mugs. I always loved mugs anyway. Before I started making mugs myself, so I just feel like I'm tend to be drawn towards mugs a lot more, and I love tea. So, but I made the spiked helms. That was a fun process, something different that it kind of combined throwing, because I made the shape of the head like as a regular, like as if I was throwing a cup, and then I added like the hand building element by adding the spikes and cutting out the kind of face of the mug of the helm. But yeah, I'm not too good at hand building, so I kind of stay away from that more. I kind of like throwing a lot more than hand building. It's just easier for me. So
yeah.
but I am currently working on more, because I kind of went on the Greek inspired, like pottery, Greek style stuff.
Yes.
So
The
so
light
I'm kind of
resistance. Oh my god,
yeah.
so good.
So good.
So I'm kind of working on some bigger vases, like actual, like what would be like a Greek vase, with some different designs on
That's
them.
amazing.
Yeah.
That would
I
be
don't know. I don't know
incredible.
what you can see on that vine working. I mean, I can show you if you want. I've got one right
Yes, please. Oh my
Holy
gosh.
shit.
Literally a glimpse behind the curtain here.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on right now. Yeah.
That's so cool. They're
That's
so
going to be
big.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of, I do, like I said, I am kind of do get stuck in mug zone. So I'm trying to like think what other things might people want. Yeah.
That is incredible. People will be over the moon about those.
All over that. Yeah.
Do you know what scenes you're going to depict? I mean, you don't have to tell us, but are you still kind of looking for inspiration?
I'm actually not going to do scenes. I'm
Okay.
going to do houses. So, I'm going to, that would be their, like, what they might have in their house to represent it. Like, put a lions on it and, like, Hicks on Leones and stuff. Like, each house has their own
That's cool.
ads, maybe. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. Where did you come up with inspiration for that? Like, was it you were at a museum and you're like, I could do that, or like, where did that come from?
Well, it's just in the actual books itself. They're so inspired by that time period.
Yeah.
So I feel like they probably would have things like that in their house. That's why I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like Red Rising as a whole has so much like symbolism, like and like things you can draw from. Like there's so much, like they have so many like phrases and mottos and like even the symbols that each color has its own symbol. There's a lot you can draw from in the series compared to a lot of other series, I think.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you're totally right. That's so
Yeah.
cool. How long does it take to throw one of those? Like that looks.
Oh, this. It's hard to say because I'm never like timing it, so it's maybe it took me like 40 minutes to do that because I hadn't grown that big in a while. So, I took it slow. Then, so like whereas a mug I can do, if it's a basic shape, I can do in like 10 minutes, but something like that, maybe it took me like 40 minutes, maybe. Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool.
That's crazy.
I'm
That
so
would take me
excited to
40
see
days.
40 days. As I mentioned, my best friend, a ceramic artist, and sometimes I would hang out in her student studio, and she has a second wheel, and so to just like keep me occupied, basically, she'd be like, "There you go," and wouldn't instruct me, and so I've made some ash trays, and so really put. They're not good. My mother would not want them. It's one of those like nobody's proud of this, but that was, I've thrown an ashtray or two. That's kind of what they make you do in high school too.
More of a Jeffrey Winger than a Rich.
Yes, exactly. To quote Community. Have you seen the TV show Ceramics?
I know that you guys have found it. I think you did a watch it, right?
We did, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I don't. I can never like find the time to join in the watches. So then.
Yeah. No, it's
fun. That is fine. Fair.
But you should see the one episode they take up because it's a community college, so they take up doing pottery, and the one guy is like amazing, and the rest of them are like doing ashtrays that like look like nothing. So it's like that's funny.
Yeah. Even my first, I think, like, I'll show you my first thing that I threw.
Yeah.
I have it because I use it as my ring holder because you can't wear like your rings while you. So look, this. I mean, come on.
Yeah, look how
That-
wobbly.
It wasn't anything, but
Yeah.
it was enough for me, and I liked it enough that I stuck with it, and I
Mhm.
obviously got better over time.
Yeah.
It doesn't click with everyone straight away, but if you like it enough, you can just go for it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you have stuck with it because
Yeah.
you've brought so much like a beautiful art to the fandom, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love it.
I'm picturing one of those pots or vases sitting on a pedestal at an auction like 100 years from now.
Yeah.
It's a Violet Clayworks original.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah. It's great. Or even better, if like sometime in the future you get like someone finds it as if it's like an old relic and they're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, wow, this is what either they were doing in 2025 or mistaken for a true Roman. How did this come to
Yeah,
North America?" I love it.
Very carefully,
Very.
one might imagine.
Yeah. It's so funny. I love that. I'm just going through our questions here. Is there a question that you wish we asked you?
Oh. No, I don't know.
No, no. That's fine.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
have to have one.
Um, we can you can ask me like Red Rising questions, like who my favorite character is
Who's your favorite character?
and who I side with in the
Yeah,
cast.
consider it asked.
Yeah.
I
So I
side
did.
with Crescent.
You
I'm
side with
Team
Crescent?
Crescent. Yes.
Oh, with Daryl.
Regarding Cassie.
Okay, Cassius. Yeah.
Ooh.
I thought you meant his
I
name was
lost part of what
Daryl,
you
but
said
yeah,
there. So.
Cassius. Yeah,
I'm
I
still
know.
Yep.
salty about the cast bash.
Listen, we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into when we did that. Lightbringer was not yet out. We didn't know
Yeah, but
that this would be our defining moment, and that I'm to this day having to like defend myself of like, I get it. I get it. I am rereading
So
it actually right now, and I'm like, maybe he's not that bad, but I'm still slightly tainted. I'm like, no. He doesn't get good until like end of Morningstar.
Yeah.
I can't remember which cast bash it was, but I had read Lightbringer already
It was
while we were
Oh.
it
recording
was
it.
Cast
I
Bash
think it was the
2
second one.
because we were discussing him dying at the end of Iron Gold, and we were sitting there like destroying him, and Crescent's over there knowing what happened at the end of Lightbringer. And that was, we ended the episode and you just said, I need you to finish the book. And I was like, oh no, what's happened?
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I've slowly come around.
I forget.
Yeah.
You just got to read it 20 more times. You'll get there.
Yeah, that's it. I'm only on, what, 4, 5 for Red Rising. I'll get there eventually, you know. Yeah. Yeah, we're actually doing a read through right now. The next episode after this is a great segue. We'll come back to other questions, but just to segue now, we're doing a read through, but looking at all the deaths. So
Right.
we actually brought Maud from Maud's book club, or Maud Garrett, on to talk about Julian because she's Cassius obsessed, and I was like, well, Julian is like what kind of forms Cassius in Red Rising.
Right.
So that was an interesting conversation that we have that'll release in 2 weeks, I think, after as people are watching this. But yeah, it was fun. It's interesting to reread it, focusing on the deaths and like those are the characters you're like zoning in on of like, oh no, like
Yeah. So there's
Pause
a
music in the
lot.
background.
there's so many deaths.
Are you
Yeah.
like tallying a count?
Oh, there will be one. Well, we do have a list somewhere because we're bringing on different people, so we had to be like, everyone's signing up for whatever. But we are
Yeah,
doing
pick your
it.
deaths.
Not everyone gets an episode. Harvest, who we love, is
Yes.
going to come on at the end of each book and talk about all the like minor deaths. So like in Red Rising, you have to look at like House Pluto and like all the other kids in the passage and like who all these minor characters that died that get like one phrase. Or some of them will be slightly bigger, like Leah is not going to
Like
get a whole
Titus.
episode. Yeah, Titus. So it's
The
interesting.
deaths that do not echo.
Yeah. Yeah, right? That it's like, oh yeah, that happened, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. I feel like it's also a character study and who's willing to talk about which deaths. Not everyone's like
Yep.
we had to like force somebody into Ragnar. Everyone was like, I'm not
What?
doing Ragnar.
Oh,
I know.
sorry.
Yeah, like just because it's such a good big character, everyone's like,
Yeah.
no. Yeah. I think Lotus got forced into PAX as well. That was a big one that everyone was like, I can't do PAX. That has like, and PAX is an interesting one and it has like minor echoes. Obviously, has a character name after him, but it doesn't have like EO level echoes. But they're still why the tell anyway.
Yeah,
it's going to be an interesting series. So I'll start next week because yeah, you're the last of our artists. This artist series went forever. It was supposed to be 4 weeks.
Yeah.
We were like, we'll get a couple.
Yeah,
of
it was
them.
supposed to be
It'll
very
fine.
quick. Yeah, couple cosplayers, couple graphic artists.
It'll be fine.
Psych.
I know. And there's a couple that we've talked to that were like, we'll get you in the future. We had all the mini episodes too. That was really fun to do with all the talking about people. But yeah, it feels like every day I open Instagram and I'm like, and a new artist, which is
a new challenger approaches.
Yeah,
so many new.
Yeah, which is incredible. Do you talk often with all the artists? I know like the visual artists have like they talk all the time because it's like, how are you drawing this? But what is that like for you with being more practical art?
Yeah, there's not much involved. Like there's no like kind of crossover. It's hard because I'm not very good at art either. Like I'm not like I kind of started with doing art on things, but art like drawing art isn't really my forte, so it's hard to.
Yeah, absolutely, fair enough. But I mean, the drawing art you do is still beautiful. I love that. As you're saying, like the Roman style ones you're just coming out with, or your soft glaze.
It's like I could make it like.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love it. Do you use like a stencil sometimes? Like I'm looking at how perfect.
Yeah. It's definitely stencil. Like I draw it on like in Procreate, like especially that, and especially the Greek things. I like drew it, and then I have a Cricut that prints it out, so I can just then like stick it onto the mug, and then just paint the black on there. So it's a lot easier for me to do it than hand drawing each individual one. I've already did the drawing. I just then transfer it. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
That would take a lot longer if I did that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, and you don't want to mess it up because then you have to fully like your canvas itself is like you have to create your canvas rather than everyone else. Yeah. It's like even if you are painting, obviously you don't want to mess that up, but they have easier ways of covering it up than
no, there has been times where like I've just done this, put the stencil on, put the black on, peeled it off, and I'm like, no, that's not even in the center, and I'm gonna have to like wash it all off and let it dry and then do it again. I'm very but it's only happened a couple of times, but yeah,
that's great. I love the commitment to get it perfect. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you can wash the glaze off once it's on, but before it's fired? Okay. Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah. You just kind of want to make sure that it dries before you then apply the glaze again. But yeah.
That's cool.
Huh. My partner and I, Estrella, we did one of the pottery paint
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
nights.
How was that?
It did not go well. This is
No,
the
that's
orange
cool.
sigil.
I
That's
mean,
great.
And then
it's a
the howler
circle.
head,
Uh
Yeah,
it's
the
that's great.
house Mars emblem.
yeah.
This was the best part.
Hey.
I can write just fine.
Yes.
Art, not my thing.
I like it. I like the just circle
This
that
is
you got going there. It almost looks like
yeah, it's
an eclipse
I
or
thought it was
something.
Lord of the
But
Rings.
yeah,
mhm.
yeah, that's what you've done.
Mm,
You've done the one ring on one side. It's perfect.
crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so now it's my pen mug.
Perfect. Has that
But
always
I
been
did
sitting
not
there and you've
I did
just
not make
never?
this mug.
No,
Yes, I
that
don't
comes in
show it off
pre.
because it's bad. Yeah,
Be proud
it's
of your
just
work, man.
Yes.
yeah, it's just a wet it's called wet paint pottery here. And it's just you buy the piece
Mhm.
and then you do the glaze on it.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it if you're not if you've never tried pottery before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
makes it easy. That's nice. I like that. Okay, another Red Rising question for you. Which book is your favorite of these six?
Dark Age. I'm a dark
Ooh.
person.
Solid.
All right.
That's my number 2.
I don't know.
After
Maybe
Lightbringer.
okay. I've only read Lightbringer once,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not willing. I've read the others multiple times, but I haven't got around to another reread of Lightbringer yet. So it could take number one, but for now it's still Dark
It's
Age.
Dark Age. Interesting. So you just like to cry? Like I feel like I need to do a deep dive here. Of you just really like to
I
hurt
Just a
yourself?
masochist.
I okay, but I feel like there's still some like amazing like badass moments in it. That's like
Yeah.
Oh,
amazing.
100%.
Like I guess okay, I'd say my top three moments from that. They're good. I mean, okay, Alexander when he says, "Can I go and save the people of Taggy?" Like it's like
Yeah.
that's just like amazing character moment for him. Like I loved Alexander. So to me, that's like showing like what their true purpose is, like being that kind of person. Um, and yeah, I mean, what happens later is what it is. But in that moment, it was like you thought that was his death. Like you thought he was sacrificing himself for that moment, and it was truly amazing. Um, the Lyria when she goes and
Yeah.
takes down Red Hand, that's amazing. I mean, bad things happen, but the outcome of it is like still a really momentous, like great thing that happens.
Yeah.
And just Cassius' return is like
Yeah.
just enough good
Mhm.
thing to
You're
happen
just so
for me.
happy
That
your
I'm just
boy's
like,
back.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's funny. Yeah. I will give you it has some pretty epic. Victra's swim always stands out
yeah,
to me.
Yeah.
And not just the action of Victra swimming, but it's Electra sitting on the beach explaining what's happening. That
yeah,
she's
Mhm.
there lighting the fire and like all of that. Like that always is pretty epic to me. Yeah.
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 I know
Yeah.
it's filled with lots of horrible moments, but there's some light in there, I think, as well.
Yeah.
So
Yep. That's fair.
As always, light resistance.
true, true.
I will say that maybe it's because I was driving an audiobooking. The first time I heard Late Resistance, I did not understand it. It wasn't until like the
Yeah,
fandom made it this big thing that I was like, I need to go back and like. But I think because maybe I was driving at the time, I wasn't getting like so attuned to like what fully was happening in it. Yeah, yeah, but you know. I know Sharkbait has your light resistance mug and is just keeps showing it off in like every single one. She's got it
yeah.
sitting there. She loves it so much. It's great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
What?
so amazing
Sorry.
when people have like no, it's
Yeah.
just great when people like enjoying something that I made. It's just
Yeah.
incredible. Like yeah,
Yeah. No, it must be cool to know that your work is in so many people's homes, right? Like,
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
and I believe at least 3 countries that I know of: United States, Canada, and I think one made it to France this week. I won't fully expose, but I think one made it to France this week. Yeah, which is cool.
Confirmation. I did, yeah.
Yeah, you did. Okay, I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be. Yeah. Which is cool. It's super cool of how far they've flung themselves around the world. And
One
they
might
are
even say
good
they've
mugs.
thrown
Like, this is the thing,
themselves.
is they're actually big mugs. Like, I do a 12-ounce coffee in the morning, or an entire can of beer apparently fit into it tonight. It was funny because I was standing there, I was like, is this gonna work? But I poured it too quickly, and so it was foaming, and I was like, ugh. And in the end it was perfect. It was like, excellent. An entire can of beer. Yeah, that's what I look for.
I love big mugs too, so that's how I make them, because that's how I get out of them. You can. It's okay. Like, you don't have to fill the mug the whole way if you like less. But if you have a small mug and you like more, there's nothing you can do about it. So you should go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've got a Lafroig whiskey mug, and it's a 10-ounce, and I'm like, I can't use this.
I need a decent amount here. Yeah, well, and it's interesting. So the reason that I was like, I need a Fade coffee mug is because at least once a week, and usually twice on Saturday and Sunday, I stream on Twitch and I play Dreamlight Valley, and I call it Coffee in the Valley. And so that I'm sitting there drinking my coffee in the valley. And we even we're at the point, because we're monetized, we get commercial breaks during it, and it's always a halfway mark that I'm like, hold on, I need more coffee, and I run away, and everyone has to sit there without me. But I'm like, I have to have a big mug so that it at least lasts me an hour or so, and then go refill and then keep going. But that's always that was my moment of, I was like, oh, I should get a Fade mug for this reason, because I will use it every Saturday and Sunday and show it off. Yeah.
Very nice.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. It was great. So I appreciate it. I definitely need more of your stuff in the future, but unfortunately this border is very
I know. Yeah.
Where's the border?
I know. Yeah. I was very grateful that a friend who has a house in Western New York was like, yeah, you can use it as a PO box, basically. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah. Shipping. But you do a great job at packaging, so that I was very impressed with how much that I was like, this is not breaking. When my friend gave it to me, he was like, open it, make sure it's not broken, because he would have, I don't know what he would have done with it, but it was like, well, it's not breaking. There is so much packing in this. It's great.
I'd probably go over the top, but I don't want to have gone to the effort of making it all, and then it to arrive broken. It's just it's happened only once, and I think since then I got very over the top about it.
Yeah,
just for in case.
No, it was great. And you have beautiful packaging too. You get your stickers, and it's a full thing. I love it. And my beer is now done, so I can show now the bottom of it with your cute little stamp that you've got there, the lit pottery.
Oh, that's
cool.
I had that as my. I just I have my 2 stamps. I have, because that's my last name, so that was my, when I was just making my regular stuff not related to Red Rising. So I still do both.
Oh, yeah, that totally makes sense.
So I yeah.
That's awesome. I love it. So you have a different one that's the Violet Clayworks for when you use the Red Rising one?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, I should have used that one, but I was just.
That's fine. I just was impressed. I was like, ooh, it's cutely stamped on the bottom. I always like when my pottery has stamps, and then I later know exactly where it is. So that's awesome. I love it so much. The last, or second to last question we have, do you have any questions for us?
Oh. If you, I guess, I'll try to make it pottery themed. If you could, I know you already did do an ashtray though. If you could make anything out of pottery, what would you want?
So what I would
Okay.
actually do if I was talented is my favorite. I'm really into bowls. I like eating all of my food out of bowls, and I have one really nice pottery, like ceramic bowl that's like just the perfect soup size. I would attempt to recreate that. That's what I would do.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
How
think I
about
would
you,
do
Chris?
a beer stein.
Ooh,
Good one.
appropriate. Not a. You could do like a
Be
whiskey. What are they called? I never know what they're called. Cairn.
a
I don't know.
Glencairn.
Yeah, glass. That'd be cute. Out of.
That would
Hmm.
be tough to make.
Oh, with the.
I imagine anyway. I don't know.
What is it? I don't know what it is. A
They're just.
decanter?
No, they're little like for scotch. I am sure he has one kicking
I do
around.
not have. I don't have one
It's
here.
like a
They're up
glass that
with
you
all of
It's
normally
my
like a
put.
liquor.
glass. They're just
So
little.
it's a glass,
but
but
they have
it's
an
like a tulip
interesting.
shape. So
Yeah.
it has a thick bottom and then it comes out and then back in.
Oh, interesting. I'll
You're
look
right.
into
That
Yeah.
would be way harder
It's
than a
supposed
beer
to
stein.
focus the phenols so you can smell them easier.
Is that what it does? Okay. I like it.
Allegedly.
it.
Allegedly. I like it. That's a cool question. That's a good one. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, a stein would be definitely easier than the whiskey glass. But yeah, I just like bowls. That's my. I'm that person. I don't know why. My family eats everything off of a plate, but when given an option, I'm like, I will take my bowl. Thank you very much. Everything needs to be in a bowl.
Hard to spill a bowl. Like it's way easier
Yeah,
to spill stuff off of a plate than it is out of a bowl.
maybe that's it. Maybe I just like my food to feel like it's being hugged. It's not just laying out flat. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, uh, final question: where can people find you? Either on Instagram or do you have a shop?
Yeah. Instagram is just Violet Clayworks. All merge. I don't think you can have 2 words anyway. But yeah. My shop is a little convoluted. It's like violetclayworks.square.site.
Oh, okay.
Because through the
Okay.
square, the little
Oh, yeah.
square, the little white thing that you buy went from vendors from. I set up through their program that they had. So
Awesome.
I should probably get like a more condensed
Whatever
URL, but
works. Yeah. I'll drop both in the description below
yeah.
so that people can look at all your work and, buy it all or force you to pre-make or I guess pre-orders force you to make it is what it sounds like is happening. I love that.
Yeah, keep
I'm
you employed
so
for the
close.
next several years.
Yeah.
I'm so close to being caught up on the pre-orders though. Like, and it, it's tough to decide between keeping pre-orders open and letting people buy those because it like prevents me from like focusing on new makes. So I'm like
Right.
trying to balance what I should do. I don't know
Yeah.
if I should
Well,
do like random drops and it's just is what it is, or I should keep pre-orders open.
yeah, trying to weigh all that. Well, and if you were to do new drops, like, do you have? And again, you don't have to tell us, but other than the vases, do you have other ideas of like this is what I would put on a mug if I was to make?
Yeah, I have
of
so
them?
many ideas that I haven't managed to get to yet. Like I have a full list in notes, like of stuff I want to do that I just haven't got to yet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
I'm kind of like thinking about expanding outside of Red Rising because
okay.
there's other books I love, and I don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm sure other fandoms would absolutely love things as well. Or the Red Rising. I mean, the Red Rising. There's so many people in Red Rising, but they love all the other fandoms too. That you could definitely branch out. That would be cool. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, it was lots of fun.
Yeah. thank you for letting us rope you into this. It was funny. At first, you weren't gonna come on, and I'm so glad you did. I'm
glad you did.
Skipper just twisted your arm.
I know. I'm just nagging enough to be like, you sure? And you're our last artist for now. And this incredible artist series that we've done with all of the different, not all of them, a good chunk of different artists. So many.
Several artists.
I don't even know how many. I'll have to go through and count how many artists were.
Just don't try and list them.
No, I cannot list them. I forget, and then I feel bad. But yeah, it's been fun. You guys are all. I mean,
yeah, it's been really great.
The creativeness of this fandom and everybody is incredible, and how cool it is that we have like you doing ceramic. We've got stained glass now. There's wood burning.
Wood burning.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Yeah. All of
textiles. I saw somebody doing embroidery hoops of Red Rising stuff too now. Like there's like every medium can be done in Red Rising. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the year you won Hazard Bedlam, someone won for crocheting Ragnar.
Yeah, because they were doing. There was only a couple of categories, and they chose 2 of each category. Yeah. So we were both the Violet. Yeah, it was great.
I just suddenly had that like memory because that winner, that person, was at the Toronto signing with the Ragnar doll.
Oh,
and I just had that that I got to see it in person. But I was like, oh, cool. But I had totally forgotten. I just had like a flashback of like, wait, there's crochet Red Rising out there. Incredible. I love it so much. And obviously all of the hand-drawn painting and all of them. We love them too. The graphic designers as well. They're so great.
And the cosplayers.
Yeah.
The cosplayers. Yeah. Yeah, they are actually who kicked this all off was Alcatraz and Backstitch and me talking to them about cosplaying. And then it went, well, in Backstitch you can come on for your art. And then it just like tumbleweeded. Oh God, we're rolling down a hill now. Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, and now it's been what, 4 months?
Come on.
Yeah. October, November, December. 5. October, November, December.
Oh my God, is that when we started?
January,
oh my
February.
God. Time's a weird.
We're now
soup,
in
y'all.
March. It's been 5.5 months of art, which is incredible. And I am sure we'll come back to it at some point. But we are gonna
mini series.
Yeah. We have to take a break from death at some point. We do have in between each book. We have a plan to take a slight break from sadness.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but we'll come back. So thank you for being one of the artists. Tunes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I always call you Tunes, but Tunes, Cackler, Violet Clayworks. Thank you everybody for listening, and we'll see you next week with death. It's the death of EO. I feel like we can spoil that EO dies. I think we all know that. We already spoiled Ragnar, so. All right.
And Cassius.
Yeah, that's right. Oops.
Womp
All
womp.
right. On that note, thanks everybody.
Bye.